Capricorn at 9 degrees. So 9 is about endings and completions, but we are doing it for the purpose of making way for new beginnings, new starts. And you may have heard it's a black moon. Okay, so there's several reasons why we would refer to a moon as a black moon. Today we are describing it as such because it's the second new moon for the month of December. So it's like days before the new year arrives, we're gifted with this beautiful, splendid energy to make those New Year's resolutions, to catapult us into successful paths, strong bonds, great prosperity. You know, Capricorn is about our ambition, our drive. It's about discipline and structure, boundaries, stability, accountability, time, patience. And a new moon is about fresh starts and new beginnings, planting those seeds. It's about hope and renewal and potential and possibilities. So these energies are dancing together within the skies, creating this beautiful energy for us to go forward in dynamic ways, short term and long term. It's a very powerful energy to reset, to refocus our goals, as well as setting new intentions, okay, for long-term success, stability. So ask yourself what you truly want to achieve and then give it a timeline. We know there will be work, so recognize the time, recognize the consistent effort you will need to apply to this. So spend some time thinking of any tools, any skills, any support systems that you will need to utilize. You know, where do we want to grow? Where do we want to commit? Are our routines supporting our goals? Are relationships aligned with our growth? Are we hanging out with the wrong crowd? Do we need to get around like-minded people? What I do day in and day out, does that move me one step closer? Do I give my goal, my dream, my passions 5 minutes of my time in a day or more? More would be good. You know, am I investing my time and energy into things that can align with my goals, my dreams, my passions? You know, put in place an accountability for yourself. It could be crossing the days off on a calendar or having a friend or mentor to check in with. Absolutely. It's a great time to create a vision board. Absolutely. Create a budget. Rework that budget. Start a journal. Okay, incorporate meditation into your routine. Not only are these great things to do in the present time, but it also serves working on your self-discipline to work these things into your life. And when we can self-discipline ourselves in one way, we can do it in many ways. It's like everything else. It's a muscle that we have to work. And we could become quite overwhelmed with our obligations, our commitments, our burdens by, all the things that need to fit into each day already. Okay, so we got to remember to break down those huge goals into small, doable steps and have a patience with ourselves. But I think also if you really embrace this energy, you'll be celebrating that surge of confidence, when you realize that you've made progress. It's definitely a time to be open to change. Don't become too rigid in your thoughts or in your actions or what you do. Okay, we have to have change in our life. What is it? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing day in and day out and expecting a different result. Relationships, romantic and platonic. Okay, we need to consider whether the people in our life inspire us to be our best self, or do they pull us away from our potential? We really want to use this energy to nurture those strong relations we already have. Okay, we want our connections to feel like solid ground. So, and letting go, making a little bit of space to those that no longer serve our highest good. Money and career could come into a very sharp focus during this time, okay, being Capricorn. Are your financial decisions supporting the future you're dreaming of? Is this a moment to address lingering doubts about your earning potential or spending habits, or where you plan on your career to go, the trajectory of your career? Perhaps we're getting nudged by the universe to budget a little bit more mindfully, or to plan investments, or take on that bold project we've been hesitating over. It invites us to examine whether our current role actually aligns with our values, with our dreams, with our passions. And if not, it's a chance to map out a few steps towards a career that fulfills us. Whether it's learning a new skill, reaching out to a mentor, seeking an opportunity that will challenge us or inspire us in some way. So yes, new moons and full moons are times of deep self-reflection. And we're encouraged during this time to ask ourselves some big questions. What do we truly want from life? How can we align our inner thoughts into our outer actions for a new reality? What practical steps can we take today that will set the stage for a brighter tomorrow? And yeah, we may feel a tinge of pressure. Absolutely. Remember, we're not going for perfection here. It's progress that matters. It's about taking one step closer to the life we've always envisioned and celebrating those steps along the way. Every small action we take now, if it's rooted in intention, okay, it'll ripple out to create a future filled with purpose, with promise. So the energy asks us to trust ourselves, to believe in our own power, to create a life that feels as solid and reliable as the earth beneath our feet.